G'day and welcome back to SnakeMilk. This is the unboxing of the Nintendo 2DS XL Animal Crossing Edition. First up, here's the box. It's actually a lot smaller than I expected to be. I got this one brand new off Facebook Marketplace and I was really happy to get this for the pretty reasonable price of $300. Here's just the outside and a few of the characters on the box. None of them I really like. There's one I really hate here, Chow. He's my least favourite character, but apart from that, I love it. Just struggling to open it now. I was trying really hard not to wreck the box because it already had a couple of bits on the edges from me dropping it in the car. But as you can see, as we open it up here, it's very compact. This is the operation manual, you know, the safety, don't look at the screen for more than 3 hours at a time, that no one listens to, all that kind of thing. Right on to into here, you get straight into it. It's the DS right there. It's a kind of greenish blue colour, as you're about to see, and it came really safely tucked away. The edges are embossed, and I love that the most if you just let it focus. And the inside you can poke the little grey bit. Just on the back there's just all the support stuff. Nothing too interesting on there. Moving right along into the inside, there's a protective thing in there, so as you can see it seriously has never been opened, which is weird because it came out in 2017 I believe, but it has literally never been opened. I'm the first person to use this, which was very exciting. Here's the cord. It's the same as all the other DS cords that I've ever had. I know the DS Lite and the DSi XL was definitely this cord. It's the exact same. So that's definitely a universal one. I'm not entirely sure about the 2DS. This is just the box. And then I found these AR cards. I'm actually not entirely sure what these are. I know that this DS has Ambio compatibility, but I've never seen these before, and I'm actually going to have to research a little bit more, and I'll put that on the screen, what these actually are. Because when I looked at them, they had all different characters from all different games, and a mystery box, it appears. See Kirby, some of these characters I don't actually know. I know there was Mario. And the other side was blank. So I'm not sure if these are similar to Ambio cards or not, but I guess we'll find out. They could just be stock standard. You just get them and they're just playing cards? Not entirely sure. And this is just a full visual of what came inside. Not much. I'll just get rid of all the rubbishy little bits that came inside the box that I don't really need anymore, and the AR cards, because I don't actually know what to do with them yet. Here's the cord. I'm not sure because it's a 2017 DS whether or not there's any charge left in it, but I assume there will be, so I won't have to deal with that yet. Here's the inside of the screen again. You can see my face. Very sorry, I kept trying to keep it out and I couldn't. But as you can see, it opens up really nicely. It's very white and there's no marks on it yet, so I'll keep my fingers clean when I do this. The power button's in a different spot than I'm used to, so it took me a little while to find it off camera, which made me feel a bit silly. But here you go. There's lots of buttons on there that I have not used before, but it's very similar to the Switch in that way that it has the kind of trackpad button. Here's me just selecting my language. As I do that, I just wanted to say that the button above the X, Y, A and B button is also a little trackpad, which I only found out after, and I did not point it out at all in the video, but you press on it very lightly and it moves a lot. So I would keep that in mind if you plan on playing. Me struggling to set the time. I really should have known all of this before I did it. Just putting a little fake username because I couldn't think of anything cool. Date of birth. You know, all the boring stuff you've got to do when you're setting up a new console, which is a bit of a pain, but you know, you've got to do it at some point. Here's me trying to figure out where the stylus is. I was expecting it to be on the right hand side like every other DS, but everything's around completely different directions in this one. The stylus was tiny, so I was not expecting that at all. I felt like a bit of a giant trying to play on it actually, because it was just very, very small. Here's just setting up parental controls and stuff. As it's my DS, I don't need to worry about that, but if you're like under the age of 13, you can get your parents to do that or don't. It's not up to me. And here it is, finally kind of logging onto the home menu. There's still a few more things you've got to go through. As per usual, it takes forever. There's me just admiring the DS again. I think it's beautiful. It's actually my favourite console design I've ever seen, which is why I was so pumped to get it this morning. As you would be. And here it is being slow again. There we go. I haven't set up any internet capabilities for this yet, but I will at some point, and by the looks of it, it looks like you can download themes from the internet. I could be completely wrong, but it looks like that from this screen here, where you can, I'll just have a drink of my tea, why not? Decorating the home menu, yes. So it looks like you can buy themes right there. But I went for the simple black because I play mostly at night and it's always better for your eyes being the darkest colour. As you can see, there's no game currently inserted, but here's just the standard apps, I guess you call them, downloaded onto the console that just come automatically. And here's New Leaf. I've never played New Leaf before, so that's part of the reason I was so excited to get this, was because I have not yet had anything to do with it. I played it with my cousin's DS once and that was it. I'm not going to load that up right now, but I'm going to check the compatibility, the backwards compatibility of the original DS games with this DS, because that is part of the reason I wanted it, and I think it's really important that they work for me. Here's my favourite DS game of all time, Animal Crossing Wild World Edition. It's the 2000 and, it's either 2 or 5. I'm pretty sure it might be 5, because 2002 was the original game. So this is me just trying to figure out where it actually goes in. It's at the bottom of the DS, and the place where you put it in looks a bit too big. So I just turned it off and decided to put it in while it was off, so I didn't mess anything up, because you're not supposed to put it in when it's already on. But I was a bit concerned at this point because it looks bigger than the actual chip, but it turned out okay. Apparently, by the looks of it, it looks like you can put in different sizes, but you can't put in Game Boy chips. So don't buy this hoping you can put in your Game Boy chips, because you won't be able to. But you can put in SD cards. I suppose that's for the photo abilities on the DS. As you can see, there's one camera on the front, and as we saw before, there were 2 cameras on the back. And I assume you can take them off and download them, etc. Yes, here's the game. It doesn't have Isabelle running, because Isabelle's not even in Wild World. But you can see the little game, which was very exciting because I knew it worked at this point. Here's me just double checking. You can download new games onto it. I know the DSi shop got shut down maybe a year ago, so I'm not sure if I can actually download anything into those spots anymore. But if I can, I definitely will be downloading games externally, because it's far too hard to find any games from eBay. Here's just the left and right, Z left, Z right buttons. That's the place for the charging port, which is, as I said before, exactly the same as all the other DSs. And that's nothing. I didn't know what that was. Upside down. Yes, here's the camera spots. And you can put a headphone jack in, which is next to the stylus. I always struggle to put the stylus back in. I've taken it out and put it back in about 10 times now, and every single time I put it in the wrong way. But yeah, by the looks of it, you can put in headphones. Off Wi-Fi and power, just the usual. And there's the DS slot a little bit closer up. You can put the SD card in there. And yeah, that's about it. I'm obsessed with the cover. I seriously love it so much. Here's a close-up of the cover that you saw at the start of the video. It's perfect. I love it so much. I love the white. Amazing.